Okay, so today we have Hello in There by John Prine. Now, John Prine has been suggested, and I actually got a comment the other day where somebody suggested this song along with Sam Stone. And I know Hello in There might not be his best known track or one of his best known tracks or something like that, but the story behind it grabbed me, and I just wanted to listen to it and talk about it after. So we're going to do that. So let's get into it, talk about it after. And I apologize if you hear mowing or something, but it's the daytime, and people already got a mow in May, so let's go. Gentle.
We had an apartment in the city. Me and Loretta like living there. Well, it'd been years since the kids had grown a life of their own, left us alone.
His voice.
John and Linda live in Omaha, and Joe is somewhere on the road. We lost Davy in the Korean War, and I still don't know what for. Don't matter anymore. You know that old trees just grow stronger, and old rivers grow wilder every day.
Oh my.
Old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there. Hello.
Oh my.
Me and Loretta, we don't talk much more. She sits and stares through the back door screen, and all the news just repeats itself like some forgotten dream that we've both seen. Someday I'll go and call up Rudy.
Rudy.
We worked together at the factory. What could I say if he asked what's new? Nothing, what's with you? Nothing much to do. You know that old trees just grow stronger, and old rivers grow wilder every day. Old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there. So if you're walking down the street sometime, spot some hollow ancient eyes,
My goodness.
please don't just pass them by and stare as if you didn't care. Say hello in there.
My gosh. All right. John Prine, hello in there. 4.5 minutes long, but I just kind of lost myself within it. I did not say at the top, but I believe I've done maybe one or two other John Prine reactions, so it's been a while as well since I have done one too. And like I said at the top, this song and the story behind it from some of the comments that people left just kind of grabbed me. And of course, John Prine is one of the greatest storytellers of all time, and I have not done enough reactions, and I've not listened to any of him in my own life. Again, my parents never really listened to John Prine or anything like that. The only singers my dad really likes is Elvis and Johnny Cash. So John Prine wasn't really played that much, but I've done reactions to people like Jim Croce, and who's a great storyteller, obviously, and just other storytellers that come to mind. Bob Dylan, of course. I don't think I've ever done a Bob Dylan reaction, but I've listened to a lot of Bob Dylan, and Dylan comes to mind here because apparently to John Prine, from what some quotes he had, he was influenced by one of Bob Dylan's songs, and when he wrote this as well, he was also influenced by the Beatles, Across the Universe, and John Prine also said that he was just always I was gonna say infatuated. I don't know if this sounds weird, but he was always kind of noticed, I guess you might say, older people, and he had a kind of fascination, I guess, with older people and how they can be kind of lost or isolated or invisible in some people's eyes now that they're old and I guess decrepit or whatever in some people's eyes again. And so just to show kindness, I love that he did this. And how, moving into the music, I'd say here, how subdued the piano work is here, but at the same time, it's a bit hopeful, I want to say, just from its tone in that piano. Obviously, John Prine, I would imagine he was doing the acoustic guitar here, and how the acoustic guitar is just so organic. It's so moving. It's very slow as well. And by organic, I feel like everything just falls into place here. And like the acoustic guitar and like the piano being subdued, I feel like that could go along with the acoustic guitar too. But everything else that's on the track as well, it just feels subdued. And it feels like most of the focal point is on the lyrics and it's on John's voice, and that's really what I zeroed in on as well. So so I apologize if there's other musical parts or whatever that people always enjoy or that I'm not getting into, but again, the acoustic guitar pretty much drove the track, and an acoustic guitar and a storyteller, I mean, that's all you freaking need. It's just, oh my god, it just hits so deep. And I love how how the song is structured here too. The verses tell a story and the chorus kind of tells the moral of the story. And again, like I talked about with a storyteller here, and how I guess relatable and how real and almost mundane, you could say, the story is, and talking about, well, we lost Davey, and me and Loretta don't talk much anymore. Maybe I'll see what's up with Rudy. And Rudy, I said, when I came in, I was like, Rudy, because my cat's Rudy, and he's sleeping right next to me on his cat tree. So, I mean, that popped me. And, yeah, so like I said, it's just so relatable. And the way that, too, when you're talking about we lost Davey in the Korean War, I mean, I live at my father's house, and there's pictures of his uncles and his grandfathers, whatever, that fought in war. And so it's just, again, it's so real because I look at these things every day. I look at pictures of my passed away, of course, great uncles who were in the war, and then I don't know, and my dad himself is in his 70s, and I think about how, if people just said hello to him, but he's outgoing anyway. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it hits deep, it strikes you deep, and that's what always comes for me when if that makes sense. That's what always happens to me, I guess, when I listen to a storyteller. And again, I have not done John Prine enough in my reactions or on my channel, so finally I came back to him on this one. But yeah, talk about his voice though. I mean, I bring up Dylan, and I gotta bring up Dylan again, because there is that kind of Bob Dylan tone to him, and he has that raspiness, he has that longing voice as well, and where he really, you can feel the passion that he has for the subject. And again, I believe he wrote the song when he was 22, which is just nuts, because I mean, I'm 28 now, and it's just, again, I think about songwriters, I think about their age when they did this kind of stuff. That's one thing that never goes away when I react to people, and just, sometimes I do forget, but to realize how young these people were when you listen to some of these songs, and it's just like, my god, the talent they had, the how wise they were at such a young age, is just nuts. But anyway, 22, and talking about old people, again, such a young guy, and throwing one out there for the old people, and being so kind, and really the main message, no matter, I mean, it is about old people and being kind to them, but just being kind to everyone you see, because you never know what anyone is going through, and maybe again, just flash a smile or just say hello in there, whatever. That's not. It's not like you have to have a big conversation, but just saying hello or recognize it that this person is walking by you, whatever. Just I mean, that's enough for some people. So it's just it strikes a chord, like I said. And between that and the acoustic guitar with John Prine, it's just beautiful. And there are some credits, of course, on the song as well. There's more people than I imagined there was on the track, because again, I was just so lost in John's voice. And one thing too, and this is so weird, I don't know, but I loved, he sounded so intimate and he sounded very close to the mic, but you could hear his breathing as well. And I mean, I know everyone's breathing, but except for the people that are dead, but you could just feel every like muscle or whatever, every muscle in his body, whatever. I love before he would get into a line or whatever, you could just feel everything about him or just hear everything he's doing. It's just, I don't know, that really just, I guess, pops me as well, as I said earlier. I don't know, but I really enjoyed that either way. But of course, John Prine was the writer, lead singer as well. Can you believe that? My God. Johnny Christopher is on rhythm guitar here, acoustic guitar, John Prine, like I mentioned. Gene Chrisman on drums. My goodness, Howard Bishop is on percussion, yes. Mike Leach is on bass. Dale Smith, my goodness gracious, the assistant engineer. So there you go there. Now we're getting to the engineers and such. Organ is Bobby Emmons. The organ and piano. Bobby Wood is on piano. So the organ plus the piano, just, I don't know, that adds an extra vibe, if I could say that much. An extra comforting feel, I thought, underneath the guitar work. That's what I really thought there. And then on pedal steel guitar is Leo LeBlanc. And as well on guitar is Reggie Young. So like I said, there's more than, enough people here that I thought. And because again, I guess I was paying so much attention to what John was doing, but of course everyone made the song feel so moving and so relatable, as I mentioned. And yeah, so there I go there. And comforting, I gotta say that word again. It's just, I don't know, him singing to you like this, it's just like an old friend singing to you, an old buddy. And I guess that's the point. And that's what he's trying to convey, for you to do the same for an old person. So let's get into these lyrics now. I'm sweating, my God, because it's May and it's already hot as hell. But let's get into the first verse. We had an apartment in the city. Me and Loretta liked living there. And I hate to go on again, but just the way that he introduces it and the way that he just pretty much sings. And it's just so light. And not like his voice is not light, but it just feels light. It just feels so easy going. Anyway, me and Loretta liked living there. Well, it had been years since the kids had grown, a life of their own, left us alone. And again, some people love when their kids get out of the house, but at some point as well, you want those kids to come back to you. And as long as you weren't a terrible parent or something, but and sometimes the kids don't come around as much as you wish they would, of course, or nobody comes around really, and you just feel so isolated, you and your husband. A life of their own since they left us alone. John and Linda live in Omaha, and Joe is somewhere on the road. It's just, again, we don't know. He's somewhere on the road, whatever. Just everyone has moved on. We lost Davey in the Korean War, and I still don't know what for. Don't matter anymore. Those two lines, all this stuff that we've talked about, but people have talked about with the Korean War or any war, and you just think, like, we don't know what it was about at this point, and what's the don't matter anymore. Just the way that he sums it up in one line like that, and how heartbreaking it is. It's just like, oh my God, we lost Davey, and I don't even know why anymore. Because it's been so long, my goodness. Then we have the chorus. That old trees just grow stronger, and his elongation, if that's a word, is on, the trees grow stronger. It's just beautiful. And it just hits even more as well. And old rivers grow wilder every day. Old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there, hello. And of course, I think about Pink Floyd's Comfortably Numb, I do believe. Hello, is anybody in there? And that's another thing, too, is that I believe Roger Waters really enjoyed the song and actually covered it, too. So I don't know if Roger had any inspiration from this song to help make the Pink Floyd song, but either way, sometimes all you need someone to say is hello in there, hello, just to acknowledge their existence one more time, because old people do just grow lonesome. And my goodness gracious, like I said earlier, I live with my father who's old, and I'm sure he likes having me around because he talks to himself enough. Me and Loretta, we don't talk much more. She sits and stares through the back door screen, looking out my back door. CCR comes to mind, and all the news just repeats itself. It's just, everything's just the same every day. It's all mundane. Nobody comes around. What's the point? Like some forgotten dream that we've both seen. Someday I'll go and call up Rudy. There you go again. Rudy, I love it. My cat's name one more time. We work together at the factory. But what can I say if he asks what's new? Nothing. What's with you? Nothing much to do. It's just so sad. And it's just how the world keeps moving. And these people just stay the same. no work to be done. They're too old, and just living their life until they go into the ground. It just, oh my gosh. Then we have the chorus, that the old trees just go stronger, and the old river grows wilder every day. These things grow and all that, but old people just grow lonesome. That's all they do, waiting for someone to say hello in there, hello. And I like how in the third verse, now he's talking to the listener. I mean, it feels like the storytelling is almost done, and he's just trying to get his message out there. So if you're walking down the street sometime and spot some hollow, ancient eyes, and the way the detail here, he talks about hollow, ancient eyes. If you see an old guy or old woman, whatever, please don't just pass him by and stare as if you didn't care. Say hello in there, hello. Because one more time, that can do a lot for an older person or for anybody. Just saying hello, or just, like I said, smiling or whatever the hell, and just showing that you care, and that you don't, and that you are not one of the ones that don't care. So anyway, I guess that's all I'm going to say. And my goodness gracious, I'm glad I came back to John Prine today. It was just kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. But again, I was looking at the comments and a specific one that came in recently. And I thought, what the heck? Let's do a John Prine reaction. So what a moving, relatable, like I said earlier, track, just to sum it up there. And just so much passion and so much feel and so much just from John himself. I can't say it enough, but just the way that he obviously felt this in his own bones. So there you go. And of course, John passed away in 2020 at the age of 73. So my goodness gracious. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all of those things. I really appreciate all of your support, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.